Well, hey folks, Species7 here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Grizzly Mountain, here on Farm Sim 19. Just getting some baleage going on. Am I even getting that? Oh, she just started a beeping. Oh, it's not quite full. Bloody thing. There we go. Looking at the wrong number. Okay. Okie dokie. Now we've got it there. Alright, so I think that should do it for the headland rows. So let's go find our first row here. I think this is it here. There we go. Make a run. Curious how many bales this trailer will actually end up with. Oops. Little over exuberant. There we go. So yeah, I think all of you are absolutely correct that made comments on the last episode. The issue with that sell point is, of course, they only take bales. Which, I guess considering there's no grate or anything else in the floor there, kind of makes sense. Oh, well. Well, but I mean, come on. They can make the bales disappear magically. Why can't they make that trailer full of goodies disappear? So I have bought a sell point that should accept them. I haven't put it down yet. I haven't even looked at it yet, actually. But it will handle the issue. So good enough. Okay, where does this guy start? Right there. Now I do have a trailer to pick these up, which is a good thing. And then I guess what you've got to do is drop the stack somewhere. Oop, 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 oop. And then with a loader or similar device, load the bales into the back of that new piece of Anderson equipment there, and get them to spit out one of the giant marshmallows. So we'll see how that goes. I was watching my buddy Driz doing his baling, and he was using the new 24 bale trailer from Anderton, the big square bales, and quite an interesting device. Instead of standing them straight up, it does in fact lay them out in a sheet. You kind of pull ahead a little bit as it does its thing. Makes perfect sense. Looks like a very believable, usable tool. So very cool. You guys should check out his channel. There is a link in the description below. I believe he let me put a link in. I believe. Oh, I still got harvesting to do too, don't I? Yikes, Batman. We've got one field and we're getting behind. Yeah, I'm afraid even so, I didn't really leave myself much room to turn around at the ends. Even with me fancy headlands. Okay, let's pick a row. Yeah, we'll grab this one. Doesn't matter as long as we get most of them. The only reason I'm trying to get the grass picked up before I bother with the other harvest is because, frankly, I think about another 6 hours and the grass growing in this field will be so tall we won't be able to find these rows anymore. I'd rather not go through that. Bales are much easier to find. And I still have to empty the silage pit before I can consider using a forage wagon to pick it up. Hope that's not too close to the tree. No, I think the baler or the bale stacker will be able to grab that. Awesome. So poor Miss Dixie, my cat. I think she might be a little bit retarded. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's that bad, but I'm getting frustrated. She's, I think I mentioned at one point I had to put the cone back on her head because she had another little cut, and rather than leave it alone, she had to rub on it until it got raw and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I stuck the cone back on her head. That was 11 days ago. So I looked at it this morning, and I thought, geez, you know, it's down to smaller than the size of the dime. The skin looks nice and white and healthy. There's even a little bit of fuzz starting to grow back through it. So, Dixie, today's your lucky day. You are free from your helmet. And away she went. And I kid you not, it wasn't 10 minutes later I walk into the kitchen and there she is sitting on the table, giving her face a wash, and she looks up at me and the spot on her head is about the size of a silver dollar and it's bright red. So I spent 15 minutes chasing her around the house, as we are apt to do. And, yeah, I eventually caught up with her, grabbed her, carried her over to where I'd put the collar, grabbed the collar, carried her back to the table, set her down, put the collar on her, and, well, let's just say she's not thinking I'm the best person in the world right now. But her 10 minutes of freedom probably just cost her another 10 days in the cone, so that's really unfortunate. Poor thing. This is a decent little tractor, this Mercedes. Not too bad at all. At least it's doing a good job with the baling. Oh, excuse me. I knew there was a row here somewhere. We are getting a few bales. And here I told Driz I don't think I'll even make 24 bales. We just might after all. Of course, compared to the size of his grass field, this looks like a postage stamp. Oh, well, well. I carved mine out of the forest. Yes, indeed. Whoop. Got a little too close to the splashy stuff there for a moment. Yes, indeed. A little bouncy in there. Lost in the woods, man. But not no more. So tomorrow morning, I get to go in and find out what the result of that weird 8-cuff blood pressure test thing ends up being. See if maybe they can save my legs. I don't know what they're going to save them for. I don't know. Scientific study or something, but no, find out why the things are going south so quick. Which I look forward to, kind of. Maybe, sort of. I have a little bit of a theory that when you hit a certain age, once you start having to go down the whole doctor and hospital route, eventually they reach a point where they go, okay, I want you to start taking these pills. And then pretty soon you look down and you're taking 3 different ones, and you go in and see your doctor and he goes, well, okay, you've been taking these medicines for a while, now you're going to need to take this and this to kind of balance out what's been going on with these ones. And 10 years later, you're sitting in the old folks' home and you've got one of those little containers in front of you with the 14 numbered labeled compartments for your 37 pills divided into your weekly dosages. And yeah, you know, you've succeeded as the average old person in the world today. However, see, I've always wanted to get to that point, look down at my wonderful little container and know it's full of M&Ms, because you know what, screw the rest of you. Pretty much. Just, you know, I'd have one just to be able to fill it with M&Ms, just so everybody else was sitting there ruffling through theirs. I think there was only a little bit at the beginning, maybe. Oh no, there's some here. Man, these rows are getting tough. Yeah, I think this might even be just a partial on something else. Yeah, I think so. we're done there. Let's go find ourselves an entire row of grass. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be at least a little bit informative in some way or another, which is more than I can say has gone on for the last decade or so. Man, these rows are getting hard to see. Yeah, I don't think there's one here left anymore, is there? No, we pretty much used that one up. Who the heck cut this grass anyway? Let's go around the outside. Okay. And that row ended. Huh. Oh, I wonder if I went around both sides of that tree, like split the row to get around the tree. That was kind of silly, because as you can see, all it did was mess me up. Because, you know, that's so hard to do and all. So the other day I mentioned rather jokingly that I've been watching for months and months and months as my subscribership fluctuated just shy of the 3,500 mark. And then when I take a couple of weeks off to rebuild my computer, boom, it finally jumps over the mark. Well, I've been back now for, I guess, just over a week. And we're way back under again and losing subs every day. Yes, it's a wonderful, freaking amazing thing, isn't it? A wonderful, amazing freaking thing. But there you go. So, teach me to get all excited I finally hit some sort of a goal. Like the old expression says, I feel much better since I gave up all hope. Alright, let's grab ourselves this one. Wow, we got a lot of bales. I did not expect this good a production. We only had 50% of the fertilizing done on this. I believe my crop field has 100%. But this guy only ended up at 50. I think it's because the grass grows so darn quick, you know? I think I might slow the crop growth down. I mean, I wanted it to pop big or quickly the first time in the other field, of course, because, well, we have animals to feed, and I don't want to have to keep buying pig fodder. Oh, am I going to make that? Oh. Man, boy, the skills. So yeah, I wanted at least something, and so we grew some soybeans. Mainly so I would have a little bit of more or less free food for El Pigos. Oh, we'll get through a couple more days on the fodder that's in there, and that'll give us plenty of time to finish this. And get the crop in. At least that's the plan. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the plan. Well, we know how plans go. Yeah, it's getting really hard to see these rows, I gotta say. Boom. There we go. We'll drop it here in the shade. I'm sure it'll appreciate that. Oh, excuse me again. I do apologize. Give the Bale a little nudge. No. I've lost enough Bales this year to weird things. There we go. Not a whole lot going on in there, is there? Guess it doesn't really need to be. It's not doing anything too amazing. Oh. Out of the meadow and into the woods. And daily we will go. Sure, pick a row, any row. Attaboy. Pick these guys off like nothing. I've decided just for kicks to watch the entire DVD box set of the Aliens franchise. It's kind of neat. I actually have a single box that contains all of the original Aliens movies, not the Alien vs. Predator or that era, but all the original Aliens movies, plus all of the sort of making of the movies, making of the beasts, and blah, 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 blah. I think there's a whole disc just on Geiger, and there's artwork, and, oops, I'm not doing a lot of good there. Looks about right. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm not watching all the extra discs, I'm just actually watching the movies. Been a while. It's a pretty bizarre series for sure. The Wayland Corporation. Oh man. I don't know whose idea it was to go so many rows, or so far to the end of these rows, but I'll tell you, they must be awful cheap if they think that last 3 feet of brass is worth much. Just don't know about some people, man. Just don't know. And we are almost done this field. These last couple of little squiggles here are not going to give us much more than a bale if we get one. Ooh, cut sharp wee baler machine. There you go. Attaboy, Billy. Oh, really? Come on, don't leave me that shy. I might want to bale some of that hay that we're going to produce here pretty quick. Come on, how shy are we? Really? Ooh. Ooh, he says, where did I see a little bit of this laying around? Ooh, it's yanking me all over the place. There's a bit there. So let me get turned around right after I grab this little bit. Whoosh. %, huh? Yeah, I hear you beeping. I'm looking for something to feed you. Oh, sure, I saw part of a row back here. That's weird. That is weird. 87%. 88. Oh well, we tried. I don't think we're gonna find that last 10%. That's a bit much to ask for. But we got her all the way to 90, that's not bad. Nothing left on the edge here. No. Okie dokie. Well, let's shut her off then, shall we? Alrighty. Yep, much easier to back little short things up now, I must say. Ow. There she is. The better baler picker-upper. This, of course, is the original Ursus one. This isn't from the fancy new pack. Assume the position. Oh, that's not the way to assume the position. There we are, assume the position. Oh boy. Alright. Grab that grass. Go. Ooh. Still got you. Still got you. Awesome. Alright. Now, let's pop that guy up into the operating position. Oops. What are you getting out for, dude? Silly monkey. Okay. And once again, assume the position, man. 'Cause we got work to do. Alrighty. No, I did get it, okay. I thought I actually missed the bale that time. Alright, I guess that's the end of those short rows. So, now we can actually do full ones again. Okay, maybe now we can do full rows again. There we are. Pull up. Let's put you away. Ooh, not bad, eh? For a big guess. No, go the other way. Thank you. So there you go. As you see, we are going to make enough to fill that 24 bale trailer, but only once. And then, of course, we'd have to drag that huge trailer around to get the last 3 bales or whatever it would be that would be left over as usual. Because, well, rare indeed is the field that produces the perfect number. Whatever that might be. You know. It's like I always say, this game has a really bad case of the hot dog bun syndrome. Last one. Come on, you'll do. Beautiful. Oops. Getting a wee bit off track. That was just poor. Keep. Are you operating, or you're not operating? Get down there and operate. Well, looks like we'd have had a few more than 3. Wow. Indeed. In fact, I think we may have another bit after this one. Wow. Impressive, man. Impressive. Well, somebody's got to get left behind. I guess it's going to be that one right out in the middle of the field. We'll grab these 2. you get. So that's the last one, I do believe. Awesome. Alright, let's go get that last bale. There it is. Yeah, awesome. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And you... Nah. Here you are, me fine sheepies. Great way to feed the sheeps. Oh, I gotta remember I got that big spiky bit poking out. Come on. There you go. Alright, very, very nice. So now, that bale thing is going to take a while, so I think I'll save that for its own episode. Which means... Yep, that's what that means for sure. It is time to get the harvester running. Yes. What you got on the front of you? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright, we'll find you something. That's not it. Yeah, I'm pretty good at stashing these things. I'm really bad at finding them again, though. Yes, indeed. Okay. I think we're barking at the wrong knee with that one. Okay. Good thing this thing goes so fast. Headers, looking for headers. Grain header, preferably. Hello. Hello. No, don't see any there. Nothing in there. Okay. Oh, wait. No, maybe not. I thought I'd set them here, actually. But that's where the fork is for that. Huh. Well, can't say as this is just brilliant. Headers, hello? Anyone seen my headers? See, the last time I had a header go missing, we know what happened, don't we? It was the freaking Russians. But this isn't something that can be replaced with a Russian-made Gabortnik header. This is some Made in America John Deere kind of stuff, man. And we've just completely lost the bloody things. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to call the episode. I will find those somewhere, somehow. And, yeah, we'll carry on next time. We'll try that new sausage baler. And hopefully get some... Oh, look. Yes, there it is. Okay. Oh, get off of there. Get me pant leg caught on that gear. Zoom, dude, zoom. Waiting on you. Attaboy. You can just go over here with this kit for the moment. Lovely. I found the header. Off we go. Okay, don't hit anything, species. For God's sake, don't hit anything. Lots of room, man. There we are. Well, that's a little better. I don't feel quite as ditzy. Alright. Oh, let's make sure we're leaving a trail o' swath. Yes, we are. And there we go. Alright, guys. I'm going to call the episode there. Thank you so much. If you stuck it out this long, well, I really do appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out if you haven't yet. And you know you haven't, so do it now. And subscribe if you haven't. Ring the little bell. I'll let you know what and when is going up, where and who and why, and we'll all just be the happier for it. So till next time, this has been Species 7 for Grizzly Mountain, Rar, and Farm Sim 19. I knew I'd never get away with that. Take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.